And y'all may say, girl, we already figured that out. And I hear you, but I figure I'd give you the official word that's what's going on. Hey guys, welcome back. What's going on, subbies? And hello, newbies. And just in case you don't know what a newbie is and you looking around like, huh? A newbie be anybody checking me out maybe for the first time, maybe for the third, maybe for the fifth. Honey, we don't count numbers around here. We do not keep tabs on things of that sort. Not around here. I just want all of my subbies and all of my newbies to get it together and come on in. Okay, so for today we got a little quickie, honey. Now, you know, for all of those who are initiated and have been a looky-loo a time or two, you guys know that I have now pushed the benchmark as far as my hair length goal. A couple of birdies got into my ear, well, quite a few birdies, and push it to from mid-back length to waist length. So that is our next goal, is to get to waist length as far as my hair. Then, like I said, after that, I don't know. But in the meantime, I figure I will come in here and just give y'all little tidbits as far as what I have observed so far as growing my hair longer. Now, you guys know that I have started my hair journey. It's been, I want to say it's about a 2-year stretch for right now, give or take. And this is after my bout with anemia where my hair fell out. So with that being said, I had my hair grow from about mid-neck length, and now we're at mid-back. So along that process, along this journey, while traveling down this road of getting longer hair or growing my hair longer, I've observed some things. I've noticed some things, and I'm just going to share with y'all some of my observances. And some of these things may sound familiar because I did do a video a while back as far as different things that can sabotage the health of your hair. So some of the things on this list, and it's not a long list, but some of the things that I mentioned may ring a bell. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. And number one is I use a little bit more product. As far as washing and conditioning my hair and using products, you guys know that I don't use a whole lot. I'm not heavy-handed with the products because with my hair doesn't really need it. It can't handle it. If I'm too heavy with, let's say, conditioner, it'll weigh my hair down. So usually I do about 1 pump or about the size of a quarter. That's how much I use as far as conditioner. But I've noticed that I've used about a pump and a half. I use a little bit more because, of course, now I have more to cover. So I use a little bit more conditioner as well as a little bit more leave-in conditioner, that is. Because, again, you know that I use about maybe 2 drops, something like that. But now I use maybe 3. And even with the serum I use as a finishing product, okay, to give my hair shine and to finish off my style, I use a little bit more of that too. Not too much. Again, not heavy-handed, because if I use too much, then my style is just kaput. It just is. My hair is very finicky when it comes to products. So I increased as far as my product usage. I have increased that, or that has increased as the length of my hair has increased. In addition to that, I am more careful as far as the positioning of my hair. Now, when my hair was to my shoulders, it didn't matter how I sat. You know, I could sit back and everything be honky-dory. But the longer that it got, the more aware I was as far as where my hair was on my back. Because if I lean back in a chair and my hair is sandwiched between that's no bueno. Because that can lead to breakage as far as having your hair in a compromised position, as well as of recent months, it's been getting hotter and sometimes your back will get a little sweaty. And y'all know that I wear my hair down about 98.99999% of the time. So when my hair is down and now that it's getting a little hot, I don't need it to revert. Once I put in all that work to straighten it out and do what it's supposed to do, I don't want it to revert. I don't need it to shrivel up. So I'm more conscious, I'm more aware of the positioning of my hair as far as on my back, as well as what I wear as far as anything with a zipper. Honey, the other day I almost caught my hair. Now it was over my shoulder like it is now. And I was zipping up my little hoodie. I was running outside, taking the dogs outside, whatever. And I almost got my hair caught in my zipper. I said, no, we're not doing that. So I have to be careful with that as far as zippers and clasps and making sure my hair doesn't get caught up in that and buttons. And I'm just very careful as far as how I take off my shirts and my t-shirts and whatever, so it's not all over the place, because once it's all over the place, it's harder to comb because now it's a little tangled. But I'm just more aware. I'm more aware of the positioning. I'm more aware of my handling of my hair. And that's why I was a little wary as far as going even further as far as my length goes, because it's a lot. Once you get past a certain point, it does become a little bit more to manage. With that being said, this not a complaint. It's an observation. Okay, so what I have also noticed, of course, now that my hair is longer, it has a little bit more weight to it. And being that it is a little more weighty, it hangs different. When I had my hair cut and when I had my hair shorter, my curls, you could sort of see the curls more defined and they were more mushroom-like. They went under more. I don't know how to describe it, but my curls were more defined and seemed a little fluffier. And now that my hair is longer, and I still do it the same way, I flat iron it, okay, which makes it flatter. And then on top of that, with the weight, it sort of hangs flatter, if you will. It hangs straighter at the ends of my hair instead of it being a full curl underneath. Now there's more so of a bend. And that's also because, in addition to flat ironing my hair, I still wrap it. I still take my time to wrap it, which is also on the list, that even though you would think it takes me longer to do my hair, and I've sort of timed it in my head, doing my hair takes about the same amount of time from beginning to end. Pretty much, maybe a couple minutes more. But for the most part, there's not a whole deviation as far as the time pre-long hair to post-long hair. But with that being said, it does take me longer to wrap my hair. I do wrap my hair every night. I never go to bed without my hair being covered and protected. And for me, that's wrapping it up in a silk or satin scarf. Y'all know that I used to call it a U scarf, and some of y'all made fun of me because it's been through some things. But it's done its work, and it's continuing to do its work, as well as I have an actual wrap scarf, which wraps around my head. Yes, I wear two scarves. So with that being said, of course, you wrapping your hair at night, it makes it a little flatter as well. But it does take me longer. It does take me longer, and I do it piece by piece. I part it, I comb this to make sure everything's okay and there's no tangles, and then I wrap it and I sort of work my way around and then end up wrapping my whole head that way. And speaking of tangles, I have noticed that I get a little bit more tangles. Not too much, but enough. I get enough tangles. Even when I blow dry, I got to make sure that I hold it, or work my hand down as I'm working the blow dryer down as far as distributing the heat. Because if I just let it go all over the place, all willy-nilly, it's going to be tangled. As well as just every day moving it, because remember I said about the positioning. So when I move it from off my back and I'm putting it over my shoulder, or I'm taking it off my shoulder and making sure that it's where it's supposed to be, it gets a little tangled. It gets a little tangled. And y'all already know I don't keep my hair in the wind, honey. I told you I don't ride in drop tops. I don't ride in convertibles, honey. I keep my hair out of that. But sometimes, again, if you're outside and the wind blows, you can't help, a sudden wind. So with that being said, yeah, sometimes it gets a little tangled just even being outside. Again, these aren't complaints. These are more so what I have seen, what I have experienced, what I have noticed as it gets longer inch by inch. Now, I know people with way longer hair than I have, like people with hip length and tailbone and all that other stuff, you know, they got to be careful about sitting on their hair, or maybe not. Maybe some people don't care. But again, compressing your hair and having it in a compromised position can lead to breakage. So those with longer hair, I know y'all got some stuff with you. I'm just a baby in all this. You know what I mean? I'm just starting out. I'm just getting my sea legs as far as this is concerned. So those who have got hair down to their tailbone, and honey, I don't even want to think about to the back of their knees. But it is a task in keeping your hair healthy the longer that it gets. I would say that you have to be a little bit more observant. And again, keeping up with your trims. You know that I do that, okay? I normally have a trim schedule every 4 weeks, which is the day that I relax. And then 4 weeks after that, that's a little mini trim, a little dusting. And then 4 weeks after that, which will be 8 weeks, which is when I relax again. So I trim every 4 weeks. And again, that has helped me keep split ends at bay and keeping those snafus from sabotaging not only the length, but the health and the thickness of my hair. Because we don't do see-through around here. We're not about that life. We don't do see-through ends. Y'all already know that. So with that being said, I have observed that as well. I know that someone did ask me whether it takes me longer to blow dry my hair. And again, I haven't noticed that it has. I really haven't. And maybe the blow dry duration has grown maybe by a minute or maybe 2, but not so much of a discrepancy where I would mentally take a note of it. I can't even imagine air drying it because I know that would take a long time. And plus that doesn't work for me. That's just me. It doesn't work for me. But yeah, I haven't noticed that when I flat iron. No, not really. That's pretty much the same as well. You would think that would take longer, but it doesn't. I will say that it takes me longer to trim because again, I have to be careful of how I'm trimming and then the way that you trim. When your hair is shorter, it's just easier to trim. It's just easier to do a lot of stuff with shorter hair. So the longer your hair is and you're doing your hair yourself, DIY, then yeah, certain things will take longer, and I will put trimming on that list because it's about reaching and the angles and bringing it over, and you know, because I don't have eyes in the back of my head, so if I'm doing it myself, you know, you got to sort of be creative and, you know, bring it over and whatever. But with that being said, it does take me longer for that. But those are some of the things that I have observed going through this process. And again, for anybody else who has length hair goals, because everybody should have health hair goals, okay? Healthy hair comes before length. Health before length, we already know that. But for those who also would like to grow their hair long, these are just some little notes, some little footnotes, some little crib notes. You get my drift. Just some things just to consider, just to keep in mind as you're going along this particular path. But having long hair, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying having this particular length. And again, we're going to get to waist length. We've already claimed it, honey. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, I'm enjoying the process. I'm really enjoying the process. And I believe, because someone else pointed this out, they looked at my picture on Instagram of my previous healthy hair journey, because yes, this is not the first one. Like many people, this is just one in a few journeys that I've had. But in my last hair journey, my hair was pretty long, but this is the longest my hair has been. And so when they pointed it out, I went to look back at the picture and I said, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get to waist because I've never been to waist length. And I'll tell you all about it once I get there. And those who have waist length hair, if y'all want to help me out and just let me know, you know, what else to look forward to or to look for, then just drop me a line down below. But other than that, I'm looking forward to new links and going to new heights as far as the hair. And anybody else out there who is looking to grow their hair, I'm here to encourage you that as long as you have a good system in place, as far as products, as far as a trimming schedule, I do it every 4 weeks, but honey, do your thing. Find your own trimming schedule. Okay, it doesn't have to be 4 weeks, but that's what works for me. But like we say around here, it's not a one size fits all deal as far as growing your hair. Find your own trimming schedule, but I would encourage you to have one. That way you stay ahead of anything and not have to play catch up. Having a strong foundation to build off of, which includes the products, and then your mechanical part, which includes how you handle your hair and how you treat your hair, and the styling and profiling. Having those two together and be at an A+, you are going to get what you want. Set your hair goals with confidence that you are going to reach them. Can I hear amen? Oh, and amen. So that's the deal with that. So I just wanted to come on in here. I just wanted to tiptoe. Well, I didn't tiptoe. I sort of walked kind of briskly and then I sat down. But I wanted to come in here and just share what I was thinking so far as growing my hair to this particular length, which, like I said, right now is mid-back length. And you know, we like to share around here, so there's no sense in us stopping now. And here I am, sharing with all of you. So with that being said, I think we're all caught up and we are ready to skedaddle. What do you think? I think we should, honey. So that's what we're about to do. So with that being said, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. Honey, I need y'all to get up on in here because we got some more stuff to talk about. So you got to come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you come on back. All right.